I'm going to show you guys how I add the trunk to Evee the elephant. So we're going to start in the lower right corner of round 18 in that open front loop where you have a stitch marker here. And we're going to place a single crochet in each of these 5 stitches. Then we're going to place an increase, so 2 here, 5 across the top, 2 on the other side. So let's go ahead and begin. I'm going to go ahead and pop my stitch markers out because I know where I'm going with them, but if you need them, feel free to leave them in there. So begin by joining your yarn, chain 1, and then place a single crochet in that same stitch. And then 1 in each of the next 4 open front loops. And we're going to go up around. I'm going to turn mine just a little bit. You're going to place 2 single crochets in this one. And then you want to turn your work. And now we're going to work across this the top here. Place 1 in each of these. And we're going to turn a little bit and then place your increase in the next one. And then you should be back around to your beginning, and we're just going to continue to work in continuous rounds as the pattern states. So I will meet you back when we're ready to do the curved or put the bendable curler in there, and I'll show you what that is here in just a little bit. So we have finished all of our rounds for the trunk, and now I'm going to show you how I finish it off. So you have 2 options. You can go ahead and stuff the entire thing, and then after you close the end, you can curl your nose up and pin it so that it has that little curl in it. What I like to do is get these bendable hair rollers. These ones I got at the Dollar Tree. You can pick them up at Dollar General, Walmart, Amazon, I mean pretty much anywhere. So they're just bendable hair rollers. So what I do is, first of all, when I'm using the bendable hair rollers, I do stuff the bigger part of the trunk so it's nice and round. And then I'm going to take my hair roller and place it down inside there. Press it down in there until you can't get it any further. And then it needs to be trimmed so it's too long, as you can see. So with these ones, this top pops off and you can trim it. So I'm just going to take a pair of scissors and cut around the foam where I want it to be trimmed. Pull that back out. So I cut that off. Now they have like hooks on the end here. So what you're going to need to do is rebend this end here. Pop this other end off, and you're going to reuse this on the opposite end. And these are just little stoppers, so you don't have to worry about the wire coming back out. So there is one. And it is a lot easier if you have like wire cutters and pliers to get these back together, but okay. So then I got that popped back in there. Now that I have it the length that I want it, go ahead and put that back in there. And then we're gonna close up this end here. And then as you can see, it is now posable. So you can bend that whichever way you would like. So that's just one way that I like to do those. Now that I have this end closed, I do take this end here and actually work it back through all the way back down to where we started, because you might have just a little bit of a gap right here that you want to close up. So I use that to close it. Just make sure you don't pull too hard because you don't want to mess up the end of your trunk there. Okay, so I'm going to take my starting yarn tail and then just work it through the bottom of that trunk there to close up any space that you might have. And then fasten those two pieces together and hide them on the inside. And that is how I finish up the trunk.